Welcome back to this channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the flyweight bout between David Dvorak versus Juancamilo Ronderos. And I see this one right here. So Ronderos is like aggressive, pretty one-dimensional, one-track mind. Wants to swarm you, grapple with you, or not really even swarm you. He wants to pressure you, go for takedowns, be relentless, break you down, control you, tap you out. He got a couple interesting submissions and stuff on his record, but again, a guy that's aggressive and seemingly one-track mind. Haven't seen anything of note on the feet at all. Coming in on short notice. A pretty lengthy amateur career, or a respectable length amateur career. Yeah, so a pretty respectable amateur career, like 7 or 8 fights, I think, undefeated. So respectable there, but coming on short notice, only 3 or 4 pro fights, and going against David Dvorak, who has like I think around 20 or 20 fights, pro fights, and has fought like a couple UFC fights. So he's fought higher tier competition. Been in there with a pretty solid, fast wrestler, aggressive wrestler, in Jordan Espinosa. I don't know how good Ronderos is just yet, but Espinosa is another guy who beat a similar opponent that Ronderos has beaten in Eric Shelton, and beat him more convincingly. But again, not split decision, but more convincingly. A guy that's aggressive, grappler, wrestler, better with the submission skills, but not as good with the wrestling. So you get a similar thing. But when I look at David Dvorak, he's just the more well-rounded fighter, the more experienced fighter, and has already shown like solid fight IQ beyond where he's currently ranked at, where he's currently positioned at, where he's even based on where his experience level in MMA, he has shown solid fight IQ. I know my hand look a little bit at you, but yeah, so he has shown solid fight IQ. I think he can really thwart the takedowns of Ronderos without much issue. Then on feet, I can see him just picking apart Ronderos. And I'm actually going to go for a stoppage in this one. I think he's able to stuff the takedowns and really just tee off on Ronderos on the feet early and often. That stuff in the takedowns and demoralizing him. I feel like Ronderos is going to try to force a lot of takedowns, and when he doesn't get them, he's going to get demoralized, start getting sloppy. And that sloppiness is going to leave pockets open for which Dvorak to take advantage of and land shots. And I've seen him breaking it down over the course of the 2 rounds. And in the 3rd round, been able to put Ronderos out. Ronderos going to be tough. He's going to be gritty. He's going to be trying to latch on to be trying to drag him to the ground, but to no success, and getting made to pay for it with the strikes. Then the 3rd round will be worn down, peppered up, busted up, and to get put out in that 3rd round. So in this one, I have David Dvorak by decision.